because usually
Yeah,
we shall see. We shall see what Picasso has prepared because I assume he's prepared something to beat that build.
I know he's got
Some,
something. I don't know
he's got
what.
something. He's got something. So we have spawning in the bottom left-hand side of Deadwing. It is House of Renegades Doohickey, and in the top right-hand side of Deadwing from Team All Inspiration, Pisosa. This looks like pile on high ground, so it's going to be Gateway Expand, which is step
Step
one
one.
towards step one towards it. Uh, it's like even like you'd think cross position's great for Pisosa because he has more time to react, which is true in a sense, but it doesn't take long for the Protoss army to get across the map. He puts the
Yeah.
immortals in a warp prism. He warps in stuff on the other side of the map. Like it's a little bit better, but it's not enough to just completely wipe out the possibility of this build.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this held a few times back when it was popular in 2013, I believe. Neoplanet S time period was when this build was
Yeah.
definitely popular. We're just flat out assuming Doohickeys doing it at this stage. I mean, for
Yeah.
everything else. So, I mean, if he is going to do this, I saw Stefano hold it twice against probably Naniwa. He was the
I think
first.
it was Nani at DreamHack where he just did it every single PvZ and made the finals or something. I think it
Yeah.
was.
And like, if you can snipe the Warp Prism with the Queens, that's
Yeah.
huge if you get that done, because that removes a lot of the free healing from the Immortals when they can just hide in there and helps with the, the micro, or hinders their micro rather, hinders the warp in that they can do on the front line from the Warp Prism. And I also saw like a two-base Swarm Host thing work as well. Swarm Host just could barely get out in time and it kind of works out okay. Um,
Oh, those probes, those drones. Five of them. No, Pisosa. Oh my goodness.
Well, when he goes back to build the spawning pool, he'll know. But I mean, he's gone 3 hatch before pool anyway, so he's yeah. I mean, oops.
Oops. Let's see if his three hatch before pool goes much better than my last one on Deadwing.
What do you get? Cannon rushed or proxy gated?
Nah, I just died to an immortal blast really badly. It's like didn't drone hard enough and then just
Yeah.
died.
Well, it looks like Doohickey's going to cancel this zealot, build a nexus. Otherwise, this probe is here way too fast. Cancel nexus. So Pisosa, he's assumed correctly that it's going to be a gate expand. Gotten away with his opening. Didn't bother scouting for it, so he actually
Yeah.
doesn't bother scouting into the main here with his overlord. So he just assumes that okay, there's no nexus in the natural, nothing on top of the ramp. You're not going to be here. Which is
Yeah.
actually some Protoss do build their buildings further back to stop like early pulls from happening. I remember Parting being a notable player. Wall off on the ramp isn't that common anymore, I think.
Hmm.
So he must have done his research. Maybe Doohickey does this every versus Zerg.
But perhaps. The Mothership Core is out now. Gateway's going down. We should be seeing. He's going Forge first. Usually it's Robo first. Robo is going down now though.
Well, and
Doesn't
how many
really matter that
gases?
timing. One gas
One
still.
gas.
Should be seeing a Gateway going down at the natural as soon as he can afford it.
Yep. So I mean, if our predictions are correct, we'll be seeing 300 gas. I mean, you could probably pull out a gas to be honest after you mine 300, right? Because it's only 300 more.
Yeah, you can pull out a gas, but then like if you need emergency stalkers, you're stuffed.
That's
So
true.
usually, if when I do it, I usually just leave it in there, leave the gas in there.
Yeah. I think Pisos is going to assume this is the case. He can actually run these lings in, to be honest, and double check. But yeah, is he going to? Yeah, he gets the lings in.
Yeah.
Sees no gas in the natural, which, I mean, there shouldn't be gas now. And seeing the Zealot in the wall off here, that's fine. He doesn't see Chrono Boost into the warp gate, so he knows that it's not
It's
going
no
to be a very
four gate
fast.
pressure or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah. I'm curious to see. There's Warp Prism
Yeah.
first as well. Keyed up. You should see Immortal behind it. And then 6 more gates and attack. Let's see how Pesos is going to hold this. He has a spine already.
Yep, and the Roach Warren coming out as well, and he's actually got a lot of queens. He's going up to 5 queens, 6 queens. So
Yeah,
he's
he's
going to
bringing
snipe the
a wall
prism.
down to the front. Yeah, that must be his plan. He's going to try and get the prism.
7 queens it's going to be, I think. No, 6 queens still. Oh, I got really excited for a moment there. Queen only defense, going full life. But yeah, he has got the gas mind, and he hasn't opted for Zergling speed, so it looks like we're just going to have a straight defensive Roach Queen with a Spine Crawler and Creep.
A spine crawler.
He should probably stop spreading Creep at this stage to save up for Transfuse if he's just blind countering this build, which I would assume he is at this stage.
Yeah, I think no more creep tumors from the queens. Use these active tumors just to get that a little bit further down. I think it'll be all. He's at 37 drones at the moment.
Yeah, he doesn't need any more, and he's not building any more. He's gone straight into roaches. The blind counter is real. He says this should be working. We will wait and see. And we have the forward pylon from Doohickey. It is out of position, out of vision, should I say. Hasn't been scouted. Got the 2 immortals loaded up. You got the 7 gateways. I don't know, man. We predicted this.
Oh yeah, nothing but roaches out of Peace Hoster as well. He hasn't droned hard at all.
There's 2 drones on his 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. How is this
He's
gonna
bringing
go?
his natural queen over now. Does he
So
see this
ready
pile?
for this. I don't know. He might do. He should do. No, he doesn't. He doesn't see any. He now sees the group of units at the front, and whenever he sees the Warp Prism, I mean, the jig is up at that stage. He can click on the Zealots and see their +1. So here we go. He knows what's up. There's a million queens here. They're gonna snipe the Warp Prism. Oh my goodness.
Just gotta focus his warp prism and that's it. Good time warps coming down.
Yeah, the Time Warp is actually really nice. He is saving the 100 energy there. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Oh, cancels that.
That
Wow.
just got annihilated. Yeah, okay, so if you know it's coming in advance, how
Just need to
scary
micro
is
these
it?
roaches back.
Nah, you don't even need to. I
He
mean,
doesn't need to now, can he just tanks forever? And now he can just drone freely and do whatever the hell he likes.
yeah, I mean, he's droning back up. He's probably going to throw down the Hydra Den, to be honest. I'd actually like to see Zergling speed and maybe like Carapace, like you were suggesting, or just any kind of upgrade. But this just got completely annihilated. Quickly, make stalkers, make cannons.
Do everything.
Yeah, he locks himself out as well, so he's got to bust his own wall down to get his units back in, and I think he's going to hold the counter attack, but I mean...
Immortals are pretty good, let's not forget that.
I mean, they're my favourite unit in the game, to be honest. They're so cool. I mean, look at them just like sup. We don't care that our Warp Prism got sniped, he doesn't care that he's got 5 health, he's bleeding out. He's an immortal, the clue's in the name.
Yeah. Now, does he try and take a 3rd, or is he like throw down more immortals, or
I don't
robotics?
know. I've never seen...
Throw down a robotics bay and just get 2 Colossus and hope for the best?
I mean, I see most people just GG out when it doesn't work, so,
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna limp on, and, I mean, he's not really limping on, to be honest. He
has a good army.
Yeah, he's got full saturation as well. He's got all his geysers working. I mean, he's screwed up the main saturation a bit on those geysers, but apart from that, at this stage, do you just, if in doubt, make more Sentry Immortal? Like, that's the thing, right? I face that on ladder.
Zealot Immortal into Sentry Immortal into Immortal Colossus or something silly.
Yeah.
Silly Protoss things.
I mean, at the moment, he hasn't got any transition done apart from make more gas geysers. And yeah, he's moving out. He's still got this forward pylon, 2 of them, in fact. So he doesn't have any sentries to speak of. And his 3rd Immortal is locked in. And the 4th one will be locked in as well. So there has to be a follow-up Warp Prism to get these
Well, there's a Warp
out of the
Prism.
base.
There's a Warp Prism in the main of Canary. Of Peace Hoster.
Well, that's going to be useful in attacking, but not in getting the extra 2 Immortals out. There's another Immortal coming out. Well, Doohickey, I like your taste in units, but I mean...
Yeah, he's broken the pylon down now, so they can get free.
Peace Hoster, in the meantime, he's got Roach Speed, Hydralisk, range, he's got 1-1 coming, and he's just pumping Roach Hydra at the moment. He's fully saturated on 3 bases. I worry if maybe he over-droned.
68, yeah, very potentially could have overdroned here. He's even on army supply, but Immortals shred roaches. Like,
Yeah, and Stalkers are really good against Hydralisks in low
yeah,
numbers.
there's 4 Immortals here.
He's taking
really
the 4th
needs
base.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
no Lings to hold this army in position either. There's an Observer with this army.
I mean, he's gone up to 156 supply versus 115, and he's going to have a really nice flank. How is this fight going to go for Pisosa? Got to bring in both flanks at the same time. There's no sentry to inhibit this army, so Pisosa can engage however he likes, and he pulls the drones. He gets a full 360 surround, pulling the queens as well. I think he's going to hold this just fine.
Yeah, needs to focus fire this last immortal. GG, there he goes. Good hold there from Pisosa. We shouldn't have doubted him. He really could afford to sack those 20-odd drones that died.
I mean, he also has been telling me he has never held that before.
He crushed it so very hard though. Like in the history of wrecking builds, that one was completely wrecked.
He is very good at preparation. Wow. So if you're in Pisosa's shoes and if you're in Doohickeys shoes, do you do the same thing again? We're going to get some mind games here in the next map. Which is, what is the next map?
Overgrowth.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Overgrowth.
Yeah. No one likes Inferno Pool. I'd watch a game of Secret Spring. I wouldn't play it, but I mean, come on, guys.
I think you'd watch it. It'd be entertaining.
It's for esports. Come on.
Yeah. You have to go like 2-base layer with speedlings and speed roaches. Like I think that's the only way to play it.
Oh, and Spring? I mean, you can just like YOLO Nidus, I guess. But I mean, that's dumb. But I mean, I guess the map's dumb, so.
Why not?
Why not? Alright, we have Capture vs Doohickey. No, there we go. Pisosa. Playing Terran. That's an interesting counter build as well, I suppose. But I believe TB Hammer's forbidden the old race switch in between anything in this.
Yeah, I think that is a no-go. Not allowed to.
I might have played Terran in my group.
Yeah, you might be able to switch between like group stages. So if you play like Zerg in the 32, you can play Terran in the 16.
I don't think you can, because otherwise Jacobus would have switched to Terran back from random.
Oh, that's right, because he's playing random and he's locked in, isn't he? Yeah, good point. Good point.
Wow. So we got another PvZ on Overgrowth. We're loading up. What are the odds on another +1 Sentry Immortal? Actually, it wasn't even Sentry. There wasn't a Sentry in the game. +1 Zealot Immortal all in. With a War Prism. I mean, does Doohickey do anything else? I don't know. I've never seen him do anything else. I've only seen like 5 games, but all like 5 games were
have been this build. Yeah,
have been this build. I mean, you've probably seen more, right? What else does he do?
I've only seen Gateway expand into Zealot Immortal all in. That's all I've seen.
Here we go.
Spawning in the bottom left, the Zealot Immortal man himself. It is House of Renegades Doohickey. And in the top right, from All Inspiration, it is Pisosa. Do you think, I've got a question, do you think Doohickey like knows that just everyone knows he does this build all the time?
I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, everyone knows him in the CTL community. I think at this stage, and he's a pretty active member and pretty well respected for the most part. So I imagine everyone knows of him. Yeah.
Do you think he realizes that everyone just knows?
Surely he must.
Surely. Because I don't understand why he'd do that build on game 1.
Yeah.
That'd be something you'd whip out game 3 or like in the next series you play a Zerg or something like that. That's when I'd be pulling that one out. Just when you think, nah, he's not going to do it, and then he does it.
Well, he's not doing it in game 2, and Pisosa is not opting for the drone scout, which is something that I do every PvZ pretty much. Just to, if you see a pylon on the low ground like this, you know it's going to be a Forge or a Nexus down here, and then alternatively a Forge or a Nexus after that.
Yeah. I like drone scouting as well, because if you see that gateway expand, you can go straight into 3-hatch. Yeah.
Pisosa might get cannon rushed here. I don't know. I really don't like going hatch first when there's a probe just sat there.
Yeah, and he does throw it down the pool.
Yeah, I much prefer a proactive pool in that position. Yeah, and then you get that happen, and
all of a sudden your lings are late, and Doohickey can now just Nexus first off this.
Yeah, Pisosa's actually gone straight into gas though. Ooh,
nice build order advantage. Very interesting. Flood speedlings in the way he goes. Surely there'll be cannons up in time though.
1-base Nidus, go past the cannons.
Why not?
Remeta.
In before 1-base Nidus.
I mean,
doesn't work.
That is a secret weapon that's only for appropriate circumstances.
You let this pylon finish.
Yeah.
Doohickey. It's interesting. Overlord does scout off and see as well.
I'm surprised that Doohickey isn't also monitoring the gold bases, because that's something else. This map has been played so much nowadays that some Zergs, I've seen Linux just say, you know what,
Yeah, that's
hatch
definitely
first to the gold, third hatch on your gold, I'm just gonna flood you with everything. I think the game I
yeah.
remember was Ling Muta.
Yeah, he went Lingmuto. It was in Pro League, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember it was a good Protoss as well.
it was. I imagine it would be a KT Protoss, like Zest or
Yeah,
Stats.
I reckon it was stats.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
well,
reckon it was because he was wearing his leather jacket that he always wears. I reckon.
Leather
I think it
Gracket.
was stats. Yeah. Ling's are scouting out now, trying to find this probe. He's hidden at Pisos's gold base. Well, Cybercore coming down now as well.
These are saving gas too.
Hmm.
You're gonna see a fast layer. I mean, this gas has to go somewhere, and I'm pretty sure he knows he's mining gas.
I think so. It has to be fast though. Like, what else do you spend your gas on now? Like,
Failing
there's
nest?
no like against Protoss.
You
Like,
can. It's okay, especially against Forge expands, because there's less likely to be an overcharge because of the cannon instead. Yeah, it's a niche thing. I wouldn't be expecting Pisoza to do that, and yeah, he will go for the two base layer.
yeah. Still no third base either.
Yeah, I guess in Pisoza's shoes, he's just going for like a speed roach two base thing.
His pro's going to scout off the lack of third as well, which is really good for him.
Pretty good for
Perhaps.
Doohickey, yeah. He does
Oh
see
yeah,
that there
just
wasn't.
just see there's no third. Yeah. I think it's roaches. It's got to be roaches down. There's no. Yeah, here comes Roach Run. Gases haven't been taken. All four gases haven't been taken. There's no Mutalisk or anything like that.
Yeah, 3 gas is what you need for a roach-based mid-game, for the most part. So...
Twilight's the choice of Doohickey. Yeah, which is not ideal. He probably would like Immortals with this. In an ideal world.
Well... We'll have to wait and see. We do have Pisoso actually opting for Overlord speed off of this layer, so he wants to make sure that he gets in and sees everything. He has 2 Overlords in prime position to pounce on the tech of Doohickey, and I believe he will get this scout of Twilight Council whenever his payout on Overlord speed finishes. Or is he getting... Oh my god, he's getting drops. That can't be a mistake. Please don't be a
No,
mistake.
it's not a mistake. In no way is that a mistake.
Everyone loves drops, right? They're in vogue right now. That one guy did it in WC. Yeah, Pig, he did it once. So
Pig
people
did
love
it,
drops. Yeah, it happens once. It's viable, right?
Pretty much. He's saturated. No more drones, you'd think.
Oh my god, he's
Flood
actually doing
overlords.
this. Why would you do this? It's
I don't know.
It's like, is it so bad it's good? Is that what the thing? Is that what this is?
Like,
Wow.
it's against Blink though, and he sees
So
Overlord speed, and he sees his Overlords.
do you do like pick up into the Overlord micro to dodge the Berserker shots? That would be
Oh,
so
yeah.
meta. You know, like there's that one like
Maybe.
micro trainer thing with the siege tank and the stalkers and the medevac. Like,
Yeah.
maybe Pisos has been grinding that for months on end up on a mountain, and he
Just
can
for
do it
this.
with Overlords and Roches. Maybe that's his second counter build to the Immortals All-in.
I don't think he like needs drops. Like he probably could have just gone to the front door. Like I mean, drops are nice. Like don't get me wrong.
Oh, and he's
entertaining.
got the Night Swarm as well. Ah,
This is
you do this against Terran Pisos, so what are you doing?
yeah. This Watchtower sees all as well.
Yeah, I would.
Surely he just expects drops now.
There's 3 cannons at the front. The mothership core is at the front. It only has 100 energy. There's going to be a warp in of Dark Templar, actually. The first one being in the
Oh.
natural, just running out.
That's really cool, actually.
But
Big
Pisos,
thing.
he has the lair, right? He can morph in Overseers.
Yeah, he's got what, 15 roaches with this drop, which is
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, he's got a bit supply blocks here, so he can't spend the rest of his lava. And actually, that's a lot of lava. That's 11 roaches that aren't building right now. So Pisos' money is skyrocketing, and he should be building like... Oh dear, the DCs have arrived. This is going to get real crazy real fast. We got the Nidus Worm deployed in the main, we got the Roaches deployed in the main. Oh, Pisos has just pulled the drones. Oh dear. Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Drones into the Nidus? May as well just go drones and queens in the Nidus. Start
I,
spreading creep.
I think you should, but I don't think Pisosa has cottoned on to the fact that he has this. He has one drone in the Nidus,
Yeah.
and he should
Yeah,
have.
you should just whoop in defensive DTs here, Doohickey.
As Pisosa realised, he has a lair to build an Overseer. I mean, the situation is so wonky that he should. Oh my god, there's so many DTs. He needs an Overseer.
Yeah. This is the problem with doing builds like this, is if you haven't played so many games against it, you just got no idea what can be the defense. This is being shut down very hard.
Oh no, so many DTs. The Overseer could have been there hours ago, but it wasn't, and that's... Oh my goodness. I mean, back in the main, the DTs have been cleaned up, but, I mean, 26 drones against 44 probes. There is still the Nidus one here, but all the Overlords get sniped down, and... Ew, this is kind of gross.
Kind of gross, yes. Pizzazz is going to pick up a Stalker, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's a good trade, but no third or fourth. It's just got lair, no upgrades.
Yeah, I mean, Pisosa's going to have to drone out for the next few waves of units, and during this time, Doohickey's just going to be making units. But I mean, he doesn't actually have any gas for anything.
Yeah. Well, Doohickey's just got +2 Stalkers, so surely he just builds an army and goes across the map with Stalkers. With Blink.
I mean, that is the Protoss way, right?
And he snipes the Overseer, and just let the DT do the work.
Yeah, that's really rough.
So I just don't see how Pisosa can hold this push.
No, I mean, he's in that icky position where A, supply blocked, everyone hates that, but also he wants to build drones and he wants to build an army, and he has to do both, and he can only do one.
You need Overlords first, because he's supply blocked. That's probably the first step, I'd say.
Yeah, there he goes, building another 3 Overlords. He can make a wave of 10 Roaches if he had the lava, but he only has the lava for 4 or 5. He has to wait for this inject to pop to get another few, and I mean, he is fairly even in army supply. There's only 4 difference in the army value right now. So...
It's the +2 though, it just changes so much.
Yeah, and most of Pisosa's army is in production as well. So, I mean, Doohickey is a graceful, merciful god and is waiting for the Roaches to finish.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 time warps should come down here, I think.
Yeah, soon.
Time warps, please.
Anytime. I mean, I guess you don't have to. I mean, maybe it's just like a mana mothership core at this stage.
And drones are being pulled. He might lose the mothership core. Nope, just gonna waltz in. Didn't even use Blink, like, just kind of had an army that was bigger and better.
Yeah, I mean, just in case, I guess he could have blinked.
Maybe,
you
yeah.
know. I mean, he was pressing the micro button, so that works.
Hashtag Protoss things.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't need to blink at that stage. I guess he could have done, but if you just have more Stalkers than they have Roaches, then... given what happened previously with him just, like, smashing the Roach drop Nidus all in versus Protoss. I guess.
It's a thing.
Yep, and maybe that's why it's not a thing.
Today we learned why not to do this.
Yeah, so we have map 3, which I believe is Expedition Loss, I would guess.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Waiting for Party to accept. There we go. He didn't even get the Nexus. Like, when he did that, like, at least get the Nexus, maybe.
I really think that he should have just had an Overseer with that. I mean, he had too many Roaches, or too many Overlords for his Roaches for the initial drop, so why not just make an Overseer just to have? I don't know, maybe Pisosa didn't think about that. I mean, that's such a wonky situation anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
how many times is, oh my goodness, when I'm Roach Drop Nidasaur learning a Protoss player, maybe he'll have Dark Templar, because he didn't use the Overlord speed to scalp, he just dropped instead, so...
Yeah. So it seems like it was just on the fly.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know what, I'm just going to give this a go.
Alright, we ready? Map 3.
Yeah, ready. Expedition.
Okay, so does Doohickey go back to his roots?
Maybe. 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 Surely. Surely not. I'd like to see another, like, a different all-in from Doohickey. Something
Yeah.
different. Maybe it's like some Immortals in there, or some Colossus.
Maybe he'll go into a macro game. I mean,
Perhaps.
he did it against Blaze, so he clearly can do it. So maybe.
Maybe. So we have spawning in the top right of Expedition Lost. It is House of Renegades Protoss Doohickey. And in the bottom left, from All Inspiration, it is Pisosa. I think what Pisosa was really lacking was Swarm Hosts. That's what he should have had.
I mean, they're being patched for a reason, right?
Yeah.
I hated that unit since, like, beta. I'm glad they're being changed now. They're so dull.
They are very dull and boring. I love it when the Zerg builds Swarm Host against me. I feel like if I see, because I mech against Zerg 90 times out of 100. If a Zerg makes Swarm Host, I feel like, you know what, I'm going to win this game. I feel pretty confident.
Yeah.
Because they just sit back and turtle, and siege tanks and point defense drones are usually pretty good units.
I think at our level, if one player knows how to play against the other style really well, it's gonna go well.
Yeah, when I die, it's when there's like a really good Roach Hydra, like Viper player that can kind of just pick apart my army. That's when I die in TVZ. Oh, Gateway expand on the high ground. It's happening.
Well, do we have the one gas? Not yet. It looks like it. Well, he did go 15 gas in the. Yeah, okay, there we go. 14 gas this. So, I mean.
Do you think it's the same? Do you think he's gonna do it?
Step one.
Yeah. Drone scouting. So he sees the gateway on the high ground. You'll see the
Pisosa,
one gas.
He can do whatever his reaction is from the stage on.
Yeah. He's going gas first. Ooh, I like that. You think it's for quick link speed?
Oh, on this map, I know Pisosa, he was saying something, at least just at the start of the season, of, oh, you could just bust down the rocks and no one really knows you're there and just go in with roaches and lings. So maybe he's going to do something like that.
Just like slow lings, slow roaches, just in the back, just unprepared.
Yeah, I mean,
Good work.
It's something, right? I mean, it's just this lump of ice here that's got, like, no purpose, really, other than just be different, make the map different.
I'm surprised Doohickey doesn't actually place that second pylon at those back rocks.
Yeah, I think most players should at this stage, to be quite honest, and I think he will after this game if Pisosa does that. So he has opted for the gas before pool. He's definitely gonna, well, I can't say definitely, likely going to be going for the Zergling speed straight away because he's gonna have 100 gas as his pool finishes up. Yeah, pulling off gas. So just straight into the speed, getting 2 queens out.
Doohickey expanding, he's getting Warp Gate. We should be seeing a Robo probably with his next lot of gas.
It was Forge first, remember?
Oh, he is going Forge first. You can go Robo first though. Pylon at the natural, ready to build said Forge. He should have the 100 gas before the Forge is ready though.
Yeah, I think you will. I mean, I guess he has the option to throw down the Sentry or the Stalker as well, but he's not opting for either of that. And here he goes down to the natural. There's the Forge. Robo in the back on this sack. I mean, I'm just calling it's going to be a Robo there before it happens. I'm waiting now for the Robo. There we go, dude.
Yeah, there
Thank
we
you. Alright.
It was such a Robo position.
Yeah, so what does Pisosa do in this position? As he identified, it's the same build from game 1.
Need to get an Overlord in there and scout it out.
Yeah, he
Or
has
even
this
just
one on the right side, moving in slowly and steadily, and he has the one on the natural.
He hasn't gone the same route as he did in game 1 either. He hasn't gone up to that 6-7 queens that he had.
Well, he's still making more though.
Yeah, that was really the key in his defense. He got that Warp Prism so quickly.
Yeah.
Cancelled a massive warp in. Overlord sees the back rocks are defended. He's taking gas number 2. Should be taking gas number 3, I think.
Well, there's the Warp Prism, there's the +1. It's going to be 7 gateways, and a bunch of zealots, and 2 immortals. If he just throws down 3 gas and goes Colossus right now, Colossus drop, that would be amazing. But I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think Pisosa, it's going to be much harder for him to defend on this map. The
Yeah.
bases are so far apart. He doesn't have creep spread connecting him yet.
He has no answer to +1 zealots yet. He has Zerglings. That's it. I mean, he's going to have an overwhelming amount of roaches very shortly. He can't really build any more drones from this, I don't think.
Just units, units, units. But all he wants to be building now is roaches, and the roach run's still not finished.
He's going up to 6 queens, so he's got that going for him. He's definitely going to be focusing down that warp prism, but he needs a lot of roaches now, basically. Yeah. He's still building drones. Okay, well this is cutting it fine.
Yeah. He's up to going up to 34. Really don't want to see any more though.
Something to note from Doohickey is he's thrown down a gas in this natural. I think that's just a fake out though. I mean, he's not mining from it. He's not even fully saturated in his natural. I think that's going to be a fake out. Or an accident. I don't know how you accidentally put a gas, so it must be a fake.
His gateway's a bit late as well. Only gateway 6 and 7 only just started, and both the mortals are finished.
There's also no proxy pylons out on the map in Deadwing. There was already that pylon in the opposite third base to where Pisosa was, so I think Doohickey's probably misoptimized this build a little bit in this game. I mean, the creep spread from Pisosa is already pretty damn fantastic. And he is now pumping roaches, but he's also getting this spore crawler as well, so I guess that's just a backup.
Yeah, maybe hasn't 100% confirmed what's going on yet. Sees a couple of gateways morphing. That doesn't tell him the full story though.
Yeah, I mean, once he sees the gas geyser with this overlords, yeah, he sees there's nothing mining there. He's gonna see the robo. Okay, he sees all the units marching onto creep. He sees the warp prism. Queens are here.
Actually, really like the position of that overseer. Spore crawler. That was a really good position. He's going to recall home.
It's the straight recall. Okay, so Pisosa knows he can just drone up from this stage. He can opt for the counterattack. He didn't actually even get Leia for the roach speed either. He just went straight into roaches and queens. So that is a reliable way to hold this build. If you think it's coming, grab some extra queens. I mean, Zerg players always say, if in doubt, just build some more queens. They're always useful in some way. Worst case scenario, you just get some transfusers and creep tumors. But sniping that prism is so nice.
All of a sudden, he's got these extra 4 queens for spreading creep. You can really just cover this whole map with it.
Yeah, I quite like him saving them for transfuses. This is probably one of the few situations where you might want to. But yeah, I love the creep. So nice.
Warp Prism is swinging around. Not spotted at all. Overlord vision isn't the greatest.
Yeah.
From Pisosa.
Sat in the natural, having a party.
Need to probably break down these back rocks as well. Should be nice. Doesn't want to get caught out of position. So look, take a 4th base. Restart droning quite heavily. Up to that 65, 70 drone mark. Has a roach on Doohickey's would be 3rd, or one of his possible 3rd bases, you could say. Doohickey's still building some probes. Stop for the moment. It'd be interesting to see if he just gets 2 or 3 Colossus and just re-goes with this army.
Pisosa does get the scout though. I mean, there's nothing that shoots up to deny the Overlord scout, so he sees the Colossus Den here. It's not a Colossus Den, but I'm a Zerg player.
We'll call it a Colossus Den.
It's a Colossus Den. I mean,
that's
what it is,
term,
right?
Yeah.
So, I guess his only option really is he's opting for the burrow. So maybe we'll see the burrow move and try and just burrow up underneath. That can work, but normally only once.
Yeah, and Zealots have been warped in. They're going to try and get some damage done in the main. Total of 6 in here. She needs to probably pull the drones away for a little bit. Roaches should be able to clean this up.
Oh, well, just bring everything, why not? Yeah, that's cool, I guess. So there's no other harassment on the map going on by Doohickey, so Pisosa has the freedom to bringing everything, and he has the map vision to bring everything. I mean, he is lacking a bit.
Very impressive.
But yeah, I mean, that's creep everywhere. It's so unusual in ZVP as well, because Protoss nearly always have the Observer with their army.
Yeah. I'd like to see some creep in his main base, and just some more creep down the left-hand side, like you said. I like that he's creeping in Tasteless Secret Corridor down the right.
Secret Corridor 2.0.
Yeah.
It's back. The vengeance.
It's back. Burrow movement.
Sick.
Sick.
Even if the Protoss has an observer, they need to just kind of keep throwing down force fields. Otherwise, you just land up on top, and it forces the Protoss to retreat back as well. And something that we haven't seen yet from Doohickey is a sentry. Or an observer.
He's got an observer. He has one observer. I saw it. I swear.
Yeah, but it's just kind of sat in the main doing nothing. I mean, what's it going to see in the main?
Yeah. Maybe Zerg will get Dark Templar. Maybe. This creep spread's actually out of control.
So
it's ridiculous.
Nuts. I mean, there's actually soon creep in Doohickey's third base.
Yeah. He sacks a roach and does see Doohickey's third base.
And he sees the creep
out the front door.
Oh. Okay.
That's really, really unfortunate.
Oh,
Spire coming down for Pisoso. Probably needs to get this third base fully saturated. He's taking the gases now. A little bit lacking in drones. Only got 49.
That's so many roaches, though. 60 roaches.
Yeah, if he can get like just a full surround off on his army, full concave, get all these roaches fighting at once.
I mean, he
should be able
could.
to crush it. He's got so much creep though, he can just kind of go wherever he wants as well.
Yeah. I mean, there are these cannons by Doohickey here, so they might screw Pisosa over a little bit. But this is going to be... Everything's going to die very fast. I don't know who's going to die very fast.
Someone is dying very fast.
Someone is going to die real fast. Okay, he sees a few burrow roaches.
Oh, there is an observer with this army. Thank goodness for that. Staying burrowed as well.
He's committed, and he's getting a few corruptors as well with +1, so his army from Pisosa is absolutely ginormous, but he has no gas to replenish this army. He can afford like 10 roaches, and the rest is going to be, I think, slow zerglings. No, he got zergling speed, so he can at least reinforce with some zerglings after this army trades, but the longer I think Pisosa waits, the worse it's going to get, right?
Yeah,
Eventually
Doohickey's going to be able to saturate this third base. Both of them are staying pretty low on workers. Like, he's only got 60 drones and he's maxed out. It's just such a massive amount of army supply. But all in roaches. All in only +1 roaches as well. And +2 only just started. He's getting a hive. Probably for Vipers, I would say.
Yeah, he has the Spire, so he could opt for the Greater Spire as well. But how do you fight this with just Roach Corruptor? I mean, there are now a few sentries, so we can get a few crucial force fields, and if Doohickey gets up to this third base, then you don't need many force fields to be really annoying up here, and I think Doohickey has reached the position he wants to now.
Yeah, he's parked in a really good spot.
Yeah, he's just
real hard to engage his army.
We do have a Roach run by in the natural at the same time, getting a few probes and forcing an overcharge, so that's something to note. That Doohickey has no mothership core with this army. He is fully committed, so he cannot retreat if he gets a bad engagement.
The surround is coming out here. Guardian Shield does go down. Pisosa's army's not fully fighting here. A lot of roaches are being melted.
Yeah, they are now streaming in from the back as well, but they're not really getting up close and personal with this Protoss army. We have a few Hydras here as well. Both players are still pretty even in army, with Pisosa's mostly in reinforcements, but Doohickey is forced to retreat still, and that one Corruptor might actually get 2 Colossus kills if it's not... Yeah, it just got 2 Colossus kills, so that's pretty huge, but Pisosa's bank is ginormous. He needs to spend his money.
He doesn't have any lava. He's only got 6 lava.
Oh dear.
Overlord's starting to go down now as well.
I think Doohickey's got this.
Yeah, I think he has. There's a lot of Protoss. Still got this one Colossus alive. I mean, really tough to contest.
Yeah. I mean,
Doohickey, 2 Immortals in the mix.
Yeah, he has been forced into kind of an all-in position, having no retreat from the Mothership Core. It's just popped a second overcharge in the main to help fend off these roaches that are just being annoying. So he is kind of all in with this. But I don't think Pisosa can survive.
He's lost the Hive, he's lost the Spire, losing the Hydroden and the Roach Warren.
Nope, maybe not the Roach Warren. Oh, never mind.
Lings aren't going to kill this.
Yeah, I think the Stalker count alone is just snowballed, to be quite honest. I mean, we have around 30 Stalkers, 35 Stalkers versus 27 Roaches. The drones have to be pulled here, and Doohickey's going to steamroll his way to victory here by the looks of things.
Yeah, good position as well for this army. Should just blink back a little bit. It does get the Colossus, which is Nice, I guess, but too many Stalkers. Two Immortals still alive. Warp Prism warping in some Zealots. Should be all she wrote. Is Doohickey. Looks like he's going to get out in first place.
Yeah.
Which I think was the biggest surprise. GG. Well played by Doohickey.
Yeah, he is the Salt Protoss in this tournament. And he's still alive.
He's advancing. I was not expecting him to get out first.
Yeah.
Piso's just an all-around pretty solid player, and Blaze having pretty good TVP. He's made it out.
Well played.
Well played indeed. Congratulations to him.
Yep, so we'll be seeing him in the round of 8, which is, I believe, a bracket format, best of 5 in the round of 8, best of 5 in the semis, best of 7 in the finals. There might be best of 7 semis as well, but it's definitely more than best of 3s, so we'll be seeing a lot more of Doohickey in the future. So, what do we got next? We got a losers match.
Yeah, Slayer v Blaze. We shall get these guys in a party, get the vetoes done.